Hello, welcome to my channel. Today's going to be a little different and I'm really excited. One of my friends here on YouTube reached out to me to do a collaboration and she asked me 10 questions. I haven't really looked at them, so that's going to be interesting. She is very, very sweet. You guys should check out her channel. It's Incurably awesome. Her name is Bethany and she has a wealth of information about chronic illness. I have had a week. No, I've had a month. No, I've had a year. So bear with me because I'm trying my best. Goes my chronically runny nose already. Let me get my glasses. Her questions are on here. So let me just open up my iPad. We're going to get started right away. Again, her name is Bethany and she is incurably awesome. I will have her linked down below. First question was, what's a myth about chronic illness you wish would disappear? Whew. I think that's a loaded question and it's kind of hard for me to answer because I feel like a lot of people just are ignorant to the idea that people can be forever sick and it's not their fault. We are taught you get sick, you get better. You're just taught that from a young age. Go to the doctor, you get medicine or some type of treatment and you get better. So I guess part of the myth is that you can't be forever sick. Right? Most people think, oh, you're sick, you get better. And that's not always the case. Sometimes you stay sick or it goes to sleep for a little bit and it comes back, but it's always there. That's the biggest myth to me, is that a lot of people have no understanding of what chronic illness is and how you can be sick forever. How is it possible that you're sick and you never get better? It took a long time for me to even wrap my head around that concept of, wait a minute, so you're telling me I'm going to always be on medicine? I'm always going to be managing something? There's always going to be some type of something and a symptom can feed off of another symptom, which can trigger another thing. It's a lot to wrap your head around. And I was very much, you're going to learn. It wouldn't be a me video without something happening and it cutting out. I don't know. I never used to do that before. Now I'm always getting cut out. Anyways, what was I saying? Even I was part of that idea of you get sick, you get better. And then people go into, well, think positive, or it's in your head, or all the other things. But I think the biggest myth is that people don't understand that you could be forever sick. I mean, that is real. We are forever sick. Our second question is, what kind of YouTube content do you wish existed when you first were diagnosed? Oh my goodness. This is so good because part of the reason why I even went onto social media is because I felt so alone, so lost. I was totally clueless in what is happening to my body and I had no idea there was a community out there. I found at the time I got sick, there was not a lot of people talking about this freely. I think I found maybe one or two people that I could kind of relate to. And then I was just like, I just need to put it out there. So I created separate accounts from my own personal accounts and started sharing and hoping that I could connect with people in the community. And I can honestly say that they saved my life because they not only made me feel like I wasn't alone, but made me understand what was going on and helped me kind of put pieces together that were really hard to streamline and understand. This goes with that. And maybe the doctors don't know everything. I was already suspecting like these doctors are not giving me the treatment I need or the answers I need, and lo and behold, I wasn't the only one with the problem. So I just wish there was more people talking about it. But and the biggest thing that I have found that I don't see even now is people showing themselves living with chronic illness. And I do vlogs and I do sit down videos, but I try to show both sides of trying to live with chronic illness and not just only talking about chronic illness, because it's really hard to be bedridden day after day. And so it's like, what do we do? How do we live? How do we not just feel like a blob? And I love when I can find any creators that kind of show their day with chronic illness, even if it's slow moving, which if it's slow moving, I can relate to. And if they're showing any type of symptom or what they're experiencing. Now, I understand it can get really hard to show when you're going through symptoms. I am not good at that. The last thing I think of is picking up the camera and showing when I am going through any of my symptoms. So I do appreciate when people are able to catch it. And I think that is the biggest thing, though, people showing how they live with the chronic illness vlog style. Right now, I still wish there was more of that, because there's so many people that vlog that are, doing these elaborate things. And I'm like, well, that I can't really relate to that. So maybe seeing people go day by day. And I don't know, let me know if you guys would want to see those, because I was doing vlogs a lot and then I didn't know if people really wanted to see them. So let me know what you guys think about what I'm saying. Hopefully I am making sense here and you guys are smelling what I'm stepping in, because as I say, I can ramble. It's my thing shut off. Number 3, how do you balance illness with hobbies or goals? I do a thing called my hopes. I've talked about this on my channel before. I hope to clean my bathroom. I hope to cook dinner. Because if I put it on a to-do list and I don't check it off, I feel like I have failed. And it can get really, really discouraging when you haven't gotten to your to-do list in a month. And you're like, wow, I had all this done. I mean, all this stuff that I wanted to do and I didn't even touch this list. So, sorry, I am starting to hurt. I did take a strong med before I started. My strong med is my opiate. And yes, I do have to take those. I can go into that in a whole other video. Okay, so goals and hobbies. I do my hopes. And I honestly, if I can get to something, I celebrate it, and I really pay attention to my little glimmers of, well, I started or I tried. Now, when it comes to hobbies, my hobbies have completely altered since I have been sick. I am bedridden a lot of the times. I have a minimal amount of energy. And just to note, I recently had a doctor's appointment and I will be getting everything retested. I'm doing all the workup, everything from POTS to cardiology and my gastro issues and all of that stuff, because I'm at the point in my illnesses where I do not have enough energy. And on a really good day, I have about 45 minutes. I hope this is not a question that I'm already answering. Let me go to the hobbies. A lot of my hobbies are sitting in bed. I have picked up like a lot of art things, doodling and coloring and painting, and like I bedazzled this the other day. That's like a lot of little things that I will do, and I will do it laying down if I need to. I bedazzled this laying down, and that's a lot of what I have created to bring peace to me. It can hard. My hands sometimes hurt. Sometimes I hurt my wrists. I often have a wrist brace on, and I just hope to be able to get to a place where my mind is at ease. And that's what a lot of hobbies that I do now are trying to get my mind to relax, because it's really hard when you can't go to work out or you can't do stuff that releases that energy. Number 4, I love these questions. Okay, this is a good question. How has illness changed how you see yourself? This can go into being quite, like, it's really deep, because I had to completely reevaluate everything, and I had to learn how to put worth on myself and put me first and focus on me in order to like take care of others. You know, the saying is like, the plane is going down, you put your oxygen mask on first, and then you're able to help others put on theirs. And that's so true. But I never did that. I never made myself a priority ever. And I never dealt with a lot of trauma that I had went through. So it forced me to really not act like I don't need help. I'm okay. I'm Miss Independent. Nothing can touch me. No one can bother me. You know, you're not important enough for me to put you in that you caused me trauma category. And I really had to work out all those thoughts in my mind. And then I had to be okay with slowing down and not always being super mom or the wife that is so dedicated, or the friend that can be the therapist to anyone that needs her. And a lot of that stuff I had to let go and just love me for me, not what I could do for other people. Yeah, that was a big way I defined my worth, is what I could do for other people. This goes really, really good with what I just ended on. The 5th question is, how do you define success now? Wow, how's that changed? I define success now as me being completely authentic and true to myself and not trying to warp what is going on in order to serve others or even myself. If I am sick, I need to allow myself to be sick. If I am happy, I need to enjoy that happiness. If I am sad, that's fine. My success is determined by how well I take care of myself. And I had no choice in the matter. That was it. Like, I do not have any other choice but to try to take care of myself. And that's what success is. Being true, being honest. It's not, to me, it's not about money or about a big house or a nice car. I have never been that person, but I definitely was a person that felt like success was being loved by others. And now my success is being loved by me and really having the circle around me that supports me and loves me. And I am telling you, that circle went from being pretty big, always being busy, always having people around, to teeny tiny itty bitty circle. And it hurt and it was hard, but I'm okay with that now. I'm loving these questions. Number 6, what's the most helpful thing someone has said or done for you? This is so easy for me. My husband, he has been there for me in every single way. And the reason why I feel like I am alive is because of that man. He put everything to the side to make sure that he could go to every single doctor's appointment. When I'm symptomatic, he can be by my side. I mean, I'm talking about symptoms where I am vomiting and he's cleaning up my vomit, where I can't walk and he's being my crutch so I can walk. He's brushing out my curly hair. I mean, talk about someone that has done something huge for you. And I'm not saying it was completely easy, because it's hard. The dynamics completely changed and everything. Your relationship kind of takes a shift when your spouse becomes your caregiver. But we got through it and he stayed by my side, and he was as determined as anyone to get answers for me. And he would be in the appointments being like, no, that's not good enough. We need to figure out something else. Or, you know, like you're telling her it's just this and it's not. Because there was a point where I couldn't even really articulate. Like, I was just like, my brain fog and my body and mind were completely deteriorated. I couldn't complete sentences, and he was like, I'm not giving up on you. There has been so many things that he has said that has gotten me through. He knows everything about me. He knows all my traumas. He knows all my triumphs. He knows everything. And he has really always made me feel like I'm on a pedestal. I'm so amazing because he's just like your strength. I don't know anyone with your strength. Can't think of like a direct quote, but just him being there and him talking to me and the constant reassurance that we will figure it out and that he won't give up on me, and letting me know that he loves me through it all. He loves me if I was able to take care of the whole house, and he loves me when I'm stuck in bed. Like, I can even tell you what that means to me, especially because I have abandonment issues. So yeah, let's go to the next one. Love you, babe. Love you, boo. Oh, this one's cute. Do your dogs sleep with you at night? No, they do not. We have 3 dogs. Each one of my kids, I have 3 kids. Each one of my kids sleeps with one of the dogs. If you go back on some of my videos, my dogs probably make an appearance on like 80% of my videos. Not lately, because I have tried to like not make it so they're so distracting, but they're in a lot of my videos. Okay, so another number 8 was, what are your favorite snacks? Well, I am obsessed with Olipop for several different reasons. I do have digestive issues and the probiotics help me. And I know that's not really food, but I definitely love a good lollipop. Olipop. The cherry cola one is my favorite. Snack wise, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of afraid of food. Anytime I eat, I am nauseous. So I kind of stick to a very bland diet. At one point I was eating chompies to get my protein in. I am not a meat eater. I don't love meat. It's been the thing since I was a little kid. I just don't like the taste, but those are really expensive, and I had a recall not too long ago, and I was just like, I don't even want to mess with it. So, but if I was going to throw something in my purse, it would be that. I also used to eat Cliff Bars regularly because they have protein in them and they're healthier. Everything I eat, I have to make sure is gluten-free because I am gluten intolerant. But snack wise, I honestly don't think I snack. I go through like where I'll eat the same thing for like months and months and months and months and months. And now I'm getting to where I'm like, I want to try something else. It's really hard for me to go into the kitchen and cook. It hurts my hands, it hurts my feet, it hurts my back, it hurts everything, and then everything starts spiraling. So my husband often cooks, well, he always cooks my dinner at night, and I would like to do something where I can do it. If you guys have any suggestions of like dinners that you guys love, or that it doesn't have to be, it could be breakfast for dinner. I'm just saying any meals that you guys enjoy, let me know, because I am open to it, and if I need to adjust it at all, I'll adjust it to what I would like. I was thinking about doing seaweed bowls too. Seaweed, shredded carrots, avocado. What else? Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting. I was gonna put salmon in it, but I don't. I've had an ache towards salmon for a while. What was the other thing that I put in it? Oh my gosh, this is gonna bother me, and then I'll remember while I'm editing, and then I'm gonna have to put it like here. But what is? What was it? What was it? I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, cucumber. And cucumber with a little bit of like a sauce and rice seasoning. Yeah, but I don't know. We'll see what my new meal comes out to be. Okay. I'm taking so long. Okay, this is a good one. If you could go on a vacation free of charge, where would it be and why? If it means like I'm not going to be in a lot of pain and the plane ride is fine and all that stuff, there's actually like a few places that I would debate on. If we're talking about staying in the United States, I would say New York, because my mom is from New York, born and raised in like Manhattan. And I would love to go. I went there a lot when I was little, but I would love to go to see where she went to school, where she grew up, like her house and different stuff like that. My grandpa had businesses, and I would love to like see all of that. Now, I would also love to go to St. Martin because that's where my family comes from, and Puerto Rico. But St. Martin, I went there when I was little and it was so beautiful. But I would like to go see like my family's land and visit my grandpa because that's where he's buried. And I would love to just be able to, and a lot of the stuff revolves around just like my family history, to show my kids, hey, look, you know, this is where it all started. It would be really cool. And Puerto Rico, because my family, I've never been to Puerto Rico, but my mom used to go to Puerto Rico every summer, and that's where my grandma was born. And I would love to like see where she was born and just like visit family that I have never gotten to meet. I think that would be amazing. If I even think of like my husband's side, I would love to go like deeper into Mexico and learn more about where his family comes from. So there would be options, and there would definitely have to be discussions on where we would want to go. And then if we couldn't decide on anything, we would just go to like Hawaii. But I'm pretty sure we would be able, free of charge. Yeah, we're going to go somewhere that be able to learn about our family, different stuff like that. There's a lot of like roots there. What's next? Oh, this is the last question. It says, do you get dust storms where you live? And if so, what are they like? Yes, we get horrible dust storms. They're called haboops or harbobs. I don't know. But though it will be daylight outside and it will completely turn dark where I live, where it looks like it is late in the evening. And then there's dirt literally on everything. Now, we don't get them like all the time. Sometimes it's like once every few years. Some years it will be like an anomaly and we'll keep on getting them. But definitely the dust is alive and well where I live. I live in the desert. We had one maybe a few months ago that I featured on one of my vlogs, and I show when it was coming, how dark it got, and then when it went away. And it's just so bizarre to see it. This was so cool. Like, I really think these questions were really different. Like, I would never have thought to like bring these topics up. So thank you, Bethany, for taking your time to even write these questions out and think of me and wanting to know the answers to these. I would love if you guys would like to ask some questions and I can answer them in another video, or I will down below. If it is for a video, let me know so I'm not answering all of them on like the comments, because I tend to just answer whatever people ask me in the comments. I definitely think this is such a good idea, and I don't know. I think that this community has just been such a saving grace for me and a safe place, and I am so thankful for each and every one of you. And I think I'm going to do a question video. I think that would be a good idea. Of if you have a question, maybe I will do it in my community tab, and I will have a thread for questions for a video, an upcoming video. Maybe I'll just go ahead and do that. Whew. I have so much to tell you guys in the next video. So much. I just feel like, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it because I almost started. And if I start, we know, I've already talked about my rambling. We know I'll just keep on going. So I'm just gonna end it here. Go check out Bethany. I hope you guys have a good day or night. Take care.